Hi, I'm Rajendra speaking. Uh, Let me start with my introduction. Uh, I've done my BE Computer Engineering from Mumbai University, from Tilankar College in Vadala, and I got an experience of 8 years plus in web technology. I'm working on the projects like e-commerce, blogging, um, and job portal kind of websites, and I'm worked on the technologies like HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, jQuery, AngularJS, and I'm also worked on the CMS systems like Drupal and WordPress. Yeah. So yeah, this is all about me, and let's talk a demo of a lecture. I'm going to give you some demo on uh, which is advanced web technology, which includes HTML5 tags and new features which got introduced in HTML5, and CSS3 and CSS, which is the prior version of CSS 3, and JavaScript, AngularJS. Okay, let's start with HTML5. HTML5 is it is not just a simple HTML as it before. It is a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML, uh, I call it HTML5 is a combination of all this because the new features which are got introduced into HTML5, which requires JavaScript and CSS coding as well. For the features like geolocation to get the location of the user or a device where it is existing, and uh, and this and the offline feature WebSQL, of local storage, session storage, and IndexedDB, which are the features uh, helps us store the data inside at the client side inside the browser, which requires some JavaScript queries to be coded, and need to run the SQL queries for the web SQL. Okay, and these are the that is why the reason which do some to do HTML5 we required HTML, CSS, and jQuery. Let's start. HTML5 new tags. In HTML5, HTML, the full form of it is hypertext markup language. Hypertext means what? The tags which you write in the uh, HTML page to render this, which is taken by the browser, and it shows up uh, the view which we are able to see in the web page. So in that, hypertext means the tags which we write in the while creating a HTML page. So tags like uh, div, span, paragraph, uh, meta tags, etc. These are called hypertext markup. So these things are called hypertext markup, and the language you write is hypertext markup language. So now the tags which are got introduced in HTML5 are header, footer, section, article, aside, the video, audio, uh, figure, fig caption, and these are like a lot of new tags got introduced. The reason these tags are called semantic tags. The reason that these tags got introduced are like previously whatever the code, whatever the markup we are used to we had written we used to written to create a web page are like mostly are divs. So by looking at the HTML page inside, if you view it in a HTML, if you view HTML file in some, like the code of it, you'll you would have seen like lot of div tags. So from that, user not able to, not the user, the mostly the code is seen by developer or is someone who developing a website. So mostly the code was like all the div tags. So your the developer was not able to understand like which part comes in the header, which part comes in the left hand side, which comes in the content, which comes in the font footer. So these tags which are got introduced in HTML5 are which helpful for making the web development more semantic semantic or more self-explanatory by like by introducing this header, footer, section, article, aside, video, audio, figure, image caption, pic caption. These tags are helpful in understanding the code itself for the other developers or anybody want to understand the code. So nowadays, using HTML5, we have to develop the site uh, page with these tags. If you're designing or if you're writing a markup for a header, you have to write inside header tag. If you're writing a markup for the left hand sidebar, you have to write inside a section a tag, uh, or if you're writing a small article, you have to write inside a article tag. If you're writing a sidebar, if you're creating a sidebar, you can use aside. If you're adding a video, if you're adding an audio, we have to make use of the respective HTML5 new tags. So it is not compulsory, but we have to we can use that in HTML. For also we can use the divs, but it is good to have the tags which are use the tags which are introduced in HTML5. Okay, this all about the HTML5 new tags, and let's go to the features. HTML5 features, let's give you a brief introduction of that. uh, uh, Start with the local storage, session storage, and offline storages such as WebSQL and IndexedDB, and other features like geolocation and web workers, web sockets. Like these are all the new features which will by introducing this, we like enabled us like having a more flexibility in designing a web application. We can develop offline applications as well by right. We can create a mobile applications using this new features, the offline features. The uh, local storage is the one this all the offline database features are used for storing a data at the client side in the browser. So it is not dependent on the server side, so you don't have to make the queries to the server to get the data. It is just for storing like a temporary purpose. Stop.